All right, guys, that's it. The Los Angeles Rams, they've done it. They went all in, they mortgaged the future, and a few minutes ago, it officially fully paid off. 23-20 in Super Bowl 56. Rams. I don't even want to say they're the champions, though. They are. And I'm. Uh, they gave me hope, man. I mean, the Bengals, they were in there fighting. They made a lot of positive plays in that game. They did a lot of good things. And there was a moment in that game. There were moments in that game where I believed we might be getting the massive upset. And nope. Talent won out. And just in a general sense, the better team won. And look, as Seahawks fans, we've been dodging bullets lately. Ever since we entered the NFC West, we've had the Rams lose a couple of close ones in the Super Bowl. We've had the 49ers lose a couple of close calls in the Super Bowl. We had the Cardinals back in 2000 after the 2008 season coming within like a minute of winning a Super Bowl, but finally caught up to us. Now we got to sit here for the whole offseason knowing that another team is champion in our division. Probably the team that I hate the most of any team in the NFL. How does that feel? So, look, there's a lot of things you can say about that Rams team. You can talk about how, oh, they're not going to be in LA in 5 or 10 years because it's just not working. You can talk about how there are some parts of this championship run that feel a little inauthentic because of how aggressively they pursued players who were groomed on other teams, but none of that stuff matters nearly as much as the fact that they are world champions right now. And at the very least, if we get anything from this game, because I did not enjoy watching that. I did not enjoy watching Aaron Donald make the play of the game to put it away at the end there when it really looked like we were going to at least have overtime. Really didn't like watching Jalen Ramsey get bailed out of having actually a pretty crummy game. Really, really don't like none of it. Hopefully, the Seattle Seahawks front office was watching that game today and they went, man, we can't even make the playoffs. And meanwhile, this team in our division, our maybe our most heated rival, just won the damn Super Bowl. So, maybe there's even maybe still a little part of me that hopes they go like, I'm sorry, Carol, we can't sell this stuff to the fan base anymore. You got to get out of here. But that argument has already kind of been handled at this point. But yeah, hopefully this team realizes the urgency of getting a winner back into Seattle because we've got winners in our division. But look, the Rams in this game, they actually had to overcome a lot. They had to overcome no running game whatsoever. For some reason, they just couldn't run the ball at all. I have no idea what happened there. Maybe Cam Akers shouldn't have been out there. I don't know, but they had no running game. They had to survive the Odell injury, which was huge. The Rams looked like they were about to run away with this game. Then Odell went down, and the Rams barely scored the rest of the game. They had 10 points in the last, 35-something minutes. So they had to overcome that. That completely changed their offense. They were trotting their third-string tight end out there for multiple catches, including a couple on third down to keep drives alive. A third-string tight end was making big plays for that team. And how did they do it? What was the main catalyst for them being able to get back into this game and find a way to win it when everything was going against them early on? Their pass rush. Supercharged by the midseason addition of Von Miller, that pass rush in that second half finally got to Burrow. I think that Burrow, I don't really know why he was holding onto the ball for so long on some of those plays. It seemed to me that he was just kind of, it almost looked like some of these recent Wilson games where he just kind of waits for the sack to happen. So, obviously Burrow's tremendous talent and he's going to be special in this league for a long time. But in that area, maybe the moment was a little too big for him. I don't know, but there were definitely some moments where I thought maybe he could have gotten the ball out sooner or at least thrown it away. But it was that pass rush that allowed the Rams to stay in this game long enough for the Rams to put together that last minute drive at the end of the game to win it. And, I mean, while we're here, they had to overcome first play of the second half, T. Higgins, I think, gets away with face masking Jalen Ramsey and catches a 75-yard touchdown. Now, granted, the referees paid the Rams back on the final drive with the nonsense holding on Cooper Kupp garbage call, but either way, that was a huge moment in this game that, I mean, that sequence, it really looked like the Bengals were about to put them in the rearview mirror, but after they got the field goal on the next drive, they did not score again. They didn't really, I don't know if they crossed the 50-yard line again. So the Rams were able to overcome all that. They were able to overcome an injury to Matthew Stafford, where I think Stafford's throwing ability was negatively affected in the second half after that injury. I saw him miss a lot of throws that he wasn't missing in the first half. I know the same thing happened to Burrow, but regardless, when it got down late in that fourth quarter and we knew Stafford was playing through an injury, I thought maybe he wouldn't be able to do it because of that, and he did. So we got an offseason ahead of us of knowing that every team in our division made the playoffs, 2 teams in our division made the NFC title game, and that one of our hated rivals, our most heated rival, is a champion. And they did things the exact opposite way of the Seahawks in most regards. They were aggressive, we were passive. They did everything they could to max out their roster and max out their cap space and just went to hell with the future. Let's win now. We thought we could just sit back. We thought we were good with what we had. So if anything good comes out of this, because as far as I'm concerned, there ain't nothing good. There is nothing good about watching the LA Rams win a Super Bowl. Which, by the way, for all we know, might give them a little bit of extra life in the LA area and allow them to stick it out there a little longer, which is not good for us. Because as you have seen, that is a far more desirable free agent location when they're in LA. So there's another L to hold for the foreseeable future. At the very least, if something good can come of this, it's that we as an organization realize that aggression pays off. And hopefully, at the very least, I don't have to deal with any dumbass comments on my videos this offseason about how we shouldn't be that aggressive. You can't just move on from these beloved players. You can't just let guys go just because they can't be good at football anymore. You have to honor their, I hopefully I don't have to put up with any of that crap, okay? Hopefully y'all understand now that this stuff works. Going all in works. So I've gotten comments from plenty of people over the last year who have insisted that I got this all wrong, that, hey, the slow and steady wins the race. Well, the hare beat the tortoise. That's all I can tell you. And yeah, they don't have draft picks for a while. Their cap space is going to get jacked up this offseason in all likelihood because they got to pay some guys. But yeah, you ask Rams fans who they would rather have, Von Miller or those second and third round picks in this upcoming draft. Knowing what Von Miller did to help them win that Super Bowl, I don't think any Rams fan will tell you otherwise. So, yeah. At the very least, hopefully this prevents me from getting any dumbass comments from some of you people who don't understand that aggression is the name of the game in the NFL right now. And if we are not aggressive and somebody else is, that team's just going to be at an advantage. So, knock it off with those comments. You're dumb, I'm smart. I don't want to hear it now. Not after what the Rams just pulled off. So, I'm out of here. I'll stream in a little bit. I'm going to jump on SMT5, but it's not a good day. Not a good day. And hopefully better days are coming, but the Rams, they have the stage right now. See you guys later.